Hi all, I'm G. Sangamitra Yarani, the founder of Adopt Don't Shop. I'm very excited to announce that we are starting our own podcast called Voices for the Voiceless. So this is our introductory episode for our podcast. In our podcast, we have 1 season and 10 episodes. In these episodes, we will be inviting various speakers and well-known organizations and NGOs to share their journeys and their perspectives. So in the introductory episode, each of our team members is going to talk about a topic related to their role and a perspective that we hope to educate and bring out through this podcast. So let me begin with mine. My topic is to talk about my motivation to start this initiative. Why did I want to do this? Why do I want to start an initiative called Adopt Don't Shop? What is our main goal that we plan to achieve through this initiative? So a small fact about me is that I'm a vegetarian in a whole non-vegetarian family. So it is a decision that I took at my age of 6 years that I wanted to eat only vegetarian for my love of animals. So it's almost been 12 years since I touched non-veg. So it's a big thing for me. So other than that, I want to talk about my whole personal connection to this initiative. So I believe that every animal deserves a loving home. But thousands of stray and abandoned animals continue to struggle because adoption is often overlooked in favor of buying pets. Adoption is moreover seen as a very strugglesome, very tiring process where we have to adopt indie animals who are mostly misconceived as scary, unhygienic, and many other things. So my journey with Adopt Don't Shop began when I realized that the problem wasn't just the lack of homes for animals, it was also a lack of awareness. So I wanted to create a platform that could change the way people view adoption and encourage compassion towards animals who are waiting for a family. As the founder and president of Adopt Don't Shop, my vision is to build a community where adoption becomes the first choice and not the last option. Through awareness campaigns, collaborations with shelters, and storytelling like Here I Am, we aim to connect people with animals in need and inspire responsible pet ownership. But Adopt Don't Shop is more than just an NGO or a student initiative. It is a movement built on the belief that every life has value and that small actions can create meaningful change. The change I hope to see is a future where every abandoned animal has the opportunity to find a safe, caring home, and where kindness becomes the foundation of how we treat all living beings. So this initiative is not only something that I personally love, but it's something that our small team of 15 members who have the same love for animals have joined to make this movement and create a change in the society by just sharing love. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Kashi Karmakar and I'm the Vice President for Adopt Don't Shop. Today, I want to talk about youth leadership and why it actually matters. Not just as a buzzword, but as something that I live with every single day. Quite literally, I have 2 dogs at home myself and they are a daily reminder of why I do this. Real change for animals just like them around the world doesn't come from waiting for someday. It comes from deciding to take action now. Leading a student initiative has taught me that impact isn't something you're magically handed once you turn 18 or become an adult. Stray animals need our help today. Waiting for someday or, oh, I'll just do it when I'm older means that more animals go on without help in the meantime. Students like us actually have more power to change that than we give ourselves credit for. But leadership isn't a solo project. Every campaign, every adoption event, and every decision has been shaped by a group of students who decided to show up because they care. And that's made me realize something. It's that change isn't built by one visionary person. It's built from a group of people who refuse to stray away from the problem and play their part in solving a much bigger puzzle.
Hi, I'm Dvita from Adopt Don't Shop, the head of creative and digital media. Can one Instagram post save a life? I think it can and I know it will. Social media is more than just photos or videos. It can help animals get a loving home, loving people, and loving place to live at. When we share stories, people learn about adoption and understand why it matters. A simple post can reach thousands of people, and one share can help animals get adopted. Every story we post can inspire people to choose adoption and give animals a second chance to live. That's the power of digital storytelling. And I'm so happy to share this with you people, and I hope people understand. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. So, as we know, communication is an essential part of animal welfare because animals cannot directly speak about their pain, fear, neglect, or suffering. Therefore, people must become their voice and bring attention to their needs. Effective communication also helps animal welfare organizations connect with supporters, volunteers, donors, and responsible pet owners. When people clearly understand an animal's condition and how they can help, they are more likely to take action. Writing and sharing real stories is also very powerful. A story about a rescued, injured, or abandoned animal can create an impact or an emotional connection so deep that it encourages people to adopt, donate, volunteer, or report cruelty. Media attention can spread these messages to a much larger audience. Although now they're outdated, newspapers can still help. Social media, television, and online campaign are massive platforms where we can highlight cases of abuse, you can promote adoption drives, and educate people about the responsible treatment of animals. Launching a podcast can further support this issue by allowing experts, rescuers, and veterinarians and volunteers to discuss important issues and share practical advice. In conclusion, communication turns concern into action. Every post, story, conversation, and campaign can influence someone to help. When people speak up for animals, they create awareness, change attitudes, and help build a safer and kinder society for these little beings. Thank you.
My role as the program and project coordinator is to turn ideas to meaningful action. Having a vision is important, but creating a real change requires planning, teamwork, and consistency. Everything I want begins with one question: what difference do we want to make in this world? We plan, adopt, assign, and set and decide how we want to reach the audience. We measure the impact instead of counting the likes and shares we get. Did people adopt? Did they learn? Did the people volunteer? Did they want to join us? Did we reach the right audience? This result tells us the efforts we truly make, and the difference is our reward. One of the biggest lesson is the change. That change doesn't happen overnight. How we turn compassion into action. One small step at a time. Adopt, volunteer, educate, report, or just simply share the stories. Create awareness. When many people take a small step together, they create a lasting impact. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shikha, the Director of Outreach, and today I'm going to talk about building a community that cares. So, one of the biggest questions is why can't one organization solve this problem alone? And honestly, it's because these issues are too complex. No single group has all the resources or reach. That's why working with shelters is so important. They already understand the needs of the people they support. We also rely on volunteers because real change comes from people giving their time and effort. And most importantly, community partnerships bring everything together. When different organizations, schools, and people collaborate, we can make a much bigger impact. At the end of the day, building a caring community isn't about one group, it's about everyone working together.
Hi, my name is Agastya and I play the role of treasurer for Adoptum Shop. I'm going to be talking about why fundraising matters, transparency, and how people can support us even without donating money. And answering the question, how do resources help us save more animals? When people hear the word fundraising, they usually think it's about collecting money. But for a project like Adopt Don't Shop, fundraising is really about creating opportunities. Every donation, no matter how small, becomes something significant that helps us make a difference. Think about it this way. Awareness just doesn't happen on its own. It takes resources. Posters need to be printed, community events require supplies and planning. Even something as simple as educating people about why stray dogs deserve compassion instead of fear has a cost. That's where fundraising comes in. It gives ideas, opportunities become action. As treasurer, one of my biggest responsibilities is making sure those resources are used wisely. It's not just about how much money we raise, but how carefully can we budget it. Every dime should go towards creating the greatest possible impact, whether that's reaching more people with our message or supporting activities that encourage adoption over buying pets. And with that comes something equally important, transparency. People deserve to know where their contributions are going. When donors can see how their support is being used, they know they're investing in a cause that actually values accountability. But there's something I think is often overlooked. Supporting a cause doesn't always mean opening your wallet. You can volunteer your time, share information on social media, encourage family and friends to adopt instead of shop, or even challenge common stereotypes about stray dogs. That brings us to today's question. How do resources help us save more animals? Well, that answer is simple. Resources allow us to reach more people, educate communities, support shelters, and promote responsible adoption. Whether those resources come in the form of money, time, skills, or simply sharing our message, each one creates a ripple effect. And when enough people contribute, they become a wave of change. One that gives more stray dogs the chance to be cared for, protected, and ultimately find a home.